Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some kind of big news when it comes now to the future of the PlayStation 5, the next stage of the PlayStation 5, and a lot of kind of big things that are now being rumored and kind of speculated on when it comes to, well, like I said, the future of the console, the future of the games, and the future of accessories and everything else in between. Kind of thought this would be kind of an intriguing video topic to go talk about, because we're seeing a lot of big leaks, a lot of big rumors. We're kind of prepping up, I guess, for this next big phase, as we just went through a state of play that, in all honesty, was kind of mediocre and kind of really not that good at the end of the day. And well, I think a lot of folks are kind of just ready to kind of hear this next big step and next big leap to, well, kind of move towards the next generation of consoles. So we're going to talk about this, talk about our thoughts, talk about the speculation, talk about some big leaks and everything all in between. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. If you guys want to follow, we'd love to have you guys there, and the Target Amazon links too to pick up some consoles. And let's dive into the news. So first and foremost, if you guys have kind of been missing or living underneath a rock, we had a state of play and it was very mediocre. There's a lot of PlayStation VR 2 news. It makes sense. The PlayStation VR just came out, or is like a lot of things are in the process of being shipped out as well, and big retailers are starting to get them. So obviously you want Sony to sit there and be like, hey, go buy some VR games. We made this, like, please. You know, that's just how they feel. But when it comes to this one, a lot of folks are more kind of curious on the future, myself included, on brand new AAA games, on better games, and, well, everything in between. And that's where a lot of these rumors and leaks are now coming out from, where apparently some big PlayStation showcases before E3 actually might be setting up the second phase now of the PlayStation 5, and this might be our next step. If you guys have kind of missed it, we actually have been seeing, well, I guess we're losing our camera too as well. As you guys have also been missed this, we've also been seeing a lot of different stuff, such as brand new PlayStation headphones, which I think has been a big thing to note. They've been trying to go and bump up their new stuff, kind of separate from their, like, you know, their other types of headsets or the Pulse 3D headsets, brand new headphones or earbuds, what are you going to go call it? They just also released up the DualSense controller. They also just released up the PlayStation VR 2. But we have one really big thing, and the caveat for this is the PlayStation 5 Slim, PlayStation 5 Pro, or that weird combination of the two that should be setting up and is rumored to maybe be coming out this September or this fall season. Once again, not confirmed. But as well, we also have a lot of big games coming, such as Spider-Man, you know, all these other various Final Fantasy 16s, and some other big AAA games that are hopefully in the works that will be announced soon, and that's what we're going to talk about now. So the first big state of play has come and gone, and well, some people have been disappointed, myself included, by the lack of major PlayStation 5 announcements. According to rumors circulating online, Sony is holding up some big announcements for another major showcase that will begin the new phase for the company's current generation console. And this is what I like to hear in terms of leaks and rumors, because it wouldn't make sense. We've been hearing about this new console forever. We've been hearing about brand new headphones forever. That'd probably make a lot of sense to maybe go and tease/announce it and be like, hey, we're going to have a brand new PlayStation 5 console coming out in, well, the next year, or by the end of this year. Like we keep saying, the September, October-ish range is the rough leak date. It's not confirmed, but we're looking for it. So during the latest episode of the Game Mess Decides podcast, Jeff Grubb talked about what is happening at Sony, and he also revealed that the Japanese company is saving its biggest announcements for a PlayStation showcase. Once again, a big differential between showcase and state of play. Sometimes we've seen state of plays that are purely only like God of War, or only purely Horizon Forbidden West, or maybe it's like one or two games and they also get included with that, you know, that too. But as of right now, it does kind of seem like it's mostly gonna be big, like a proper, like, big showcase, or probably around the summertime right now, which is, as they mentioned, will be aired right before this year's E3. If you guys do know, a lot of different things are basically being canceled at E3, like Xbox, Nintendo, and Sony are all being canceled right now. They're not going to E3, but some big other places are. But apparently this was like actually leaked, and I remember the leaks because we made a few videos on it, talking about the fact that maybe during the fall of 2022, well, a lot of folks were maybe expecting that to maybe have like the release date for PSVR 2, and then set up the rest of 2023 with some other big games. But apparently with this one, maybe just with delays or COVID delays, or maybe this huge issue with, say, PlayStation and Xbox with the Activision acquisition, has probably pushed it back a decent bit. But now with them kind of holding out for this summertime ride, which they also did before. If you guys remember, there was a really big PlayStation summertime showcase before, and it does usually seem like a good time for these games to happen. Mainly because for that, it's like when everyone else is expecting stuff, it kind of gets people time to prep up for the holiday releases, and as well, if they're releasing something in, say, September, well, you could probably go and release like a cool video in like June or July, or maybe even August, and give yourselves a few months to kind of prepare for new consoles, or you can probably see like within 3 months if it's good to go or not, and if it's especially been delayed before, it's probably going to keep going. And that's kind of why a lot of folks are are looking forward to this brand new hardware, such as the Slim, or like this combination console without the disk drive, because it just basically means the next big step of gaming might go and happen with this one. So for this one, a lot of folks are kind of curious too of like why people aren't showing their titles or what's going on. Apparently this is no longer the case, and so a massive showcase will be held around June though. They'll be herald the second phase of the PlayStation 5 console. So it's not going to maybe only just be like upcoming games, but maybe like big trailers for the next 2 or 3 years. And that's what I would be the most excited for. Like, give me that big mama jama where I'm excited to go and see like Wolverine games. I'm excited to go and see Marvel games. I'm excited to see pretty much everything, because that's what gets me hyped. That's what gets me excited. I'm like, cool, like, yeah, we can maybe play like a random game at some point, but I want to know, like, there's 10 games in the works. I want to see the upcoming trailers. I want to see them being developed. I want to hear about that rather than just like, oh yeah, Spider-Man, but for 7 times. Like, give me more. Like, don't drip feed me. Give me like some good stuff. I don't mind the drip feed if it's good, like if it's like a lot of different stuff. You could drip feed 10 different things all the time. I would love that. I would adore that. So as of right now, there's basically no major games scheduled at the PlayStation 5 console in the second half of the year. They probably will have something, like maybe at least some good indie or anything. Right now, we do have Spider-Man confirmed and Final Fantasy around the middle of the year, which might be enough. I mean, Xbox only went through like almost an entire year with no exclusives. It might be enough, but it really doesn't seem like, well, it may or may not be. So we'll hopefully have to see like a brand new console. That'd be huge news. We've been hearing rumors on it forever. Or as well, maybe the same thing when it comes to a brand new, I don't know, maybe some brand new big IPs that have been in the works. Like, these big game companies have things being worked on nonstop. We're going to maybe hear news on maybe Uncharted, maybe some news in the Last of Us multiplayer game. Like, there's a lot of really big options we're all waiting for and looking for, because we want to make sure it's going to be something good, and I would love that to see that. So as also mentioned too as well, yesterday's state of play was light. It was just kind of like Resident Evil. We've seen that before. Like Tekken, we've seen that before. Street Fighter, we've seen that before. PSVR, who cares? It's niche. Like, it's cool if you have it, and it's probably good games, but it's not big AAA. It's not like a God of War. We didn't even hear anything news for Spider-Man. We didn't hear any news for Final Fantasy, which should be coming out soon, TM. As we're going through all this stuff, it's just, well, rough. So there is a cool games coming out the next few weeks, next few months, sure, but I'm in my opinion, I want to see new consoles. I want to see the generations. I want to see these earbuds. I want to see brand new AAA games, and I want to see some unannounced IPs or unannounced big AAA games that we haven't had a chance to go and see so far. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to have that. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Now, in case you guys haven't had a chance to go and see, sorry, I forgot my camera's off. Okay, never mind. Basically, Jeff Keighley was actually fun enough throwing even shade once again at E3. So you guys don't know, E3 has been kind of slogging. Right now, it's confirming that Nintendo is missing its E3 performance. I think it's confirmed that Xbox is not going. As I just covered too as well, PlayStation, I believe, does have their own individualized event. They don't really need E3. I mean, it's Sony and Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo. They're bigger. Like, they don't need this. But basically, Jeff Knightley has been trying to go and steal the show too. And I like Jeff. I don't mind him. So, like, what kind of whatever. But basically, the Summer Game Fest and Game Awards host Jeff Keighley openly mocked E3 after Nintendo confirmed it has no plans for the show, joking about the big Nintendo skipping out and calling into question whether E3 will even happen or not. Now, as of right now, we have been seeing Ubisoft and some other big companies wanting to, so it might, but as many will no doubt recall, E3 used to be the yearly event for all these studios, but basically with COVID, it kind of messed up a lot of big things, and, well, basically Sony just skipping it. So is that done as well since the pandemic began? 2020 was canceled, 2021 was digital only, didn't land well with the fans, 22 was confirmed just to be canceled, and E3 2023 is currently confirmed between June 13th and June 16th as well, which is funny because it's literally right after Jeff Keighley's own Summer Game Fest. So they have like a lot of these big companies over here too. We're actually even seeing Jeff Keighley saying, like, yeah, this actually might just be canceled. It was an undeniable prospect, but not a hard case. So E3 was rumored to be canceled for months ahead of its eventual cancellation for March 2022, and a lot of these rumors are still being rough. Ubisoft did confirm, though, that it wants to be there. Konami is rumored to have big announcements, too, as well, as we covered before on yesterday's video with the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake and new Castlevania 2 as well. So we are still seeing, like, some potentials, but something like a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake or Castlevania or Silent Hill would probably do a lot better if it was tied in with like a PlayStation or, I mean, maybe Xbox event too, rather than like them just doing it on their own. So it's intriguing too as well because Jeff Keighley is probably going to have a lot of split announcements and trailers in regards to, well, all of this. And I'm a little bit concerned to go and see what's even going to happen at E3 at the end of the day. So big events coming, new stages for the PlayStation coming too, and I want to hear all your thoughts and comments down below. As well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow. Would love to have you guys there. Target and Amazon links too. And leave a like and subscribe if you guys would like.